Hello, I know it's been a minute. I had to take a break. Well, it just kind of happened. We went to a friend's house over Labor Day weekend and just laid poolside and recharged. And it was very therapeutic and at the same time eye opening because the people that we hang around with affect us energetically. You know, I don't know if you realize that. If you don't pay attention, and you'll see that who you allow in your life either lifts you up or brings you down. And it's needed to invite in those that want to build you up. You know, there had been a lot going on where I'm at, which I was sharing that with a lot of you, all of you that are watching. And that was a moment of just like, go take a break, go reconnect with old friends that have always been there, you know. And when I was there, one friend was talking to the other about how they were going to make a change and they felt it would be the best thing to do with their life. They would kind of evolve into being more open about who they are. And the other friend said, "Yeah, you're like in your chrysalis coming out of it." And I've been going through the idea of transformation for a while now. Like this morning, I woke up and it was out with the old and in with the new. And that is all to do with letting go, shedding that skin, getting bigger, glowing stronger, glowing stronger, getting strong now. Which is funny because we watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show too. I don't know, Rocky just popped in my head because you got to fight to make it. You don't have to fight other people. You have to fight holding on to the past because the past is what's going to keep you stagnant. And I had started noticing even my own patterns that I wake up refreshed, you know. It's almost like right out of the ethers, like a newborn baby, ready for the day. Nothing can stop me. And then towards the end of the day, it's like I lived the day and it's okay. Now I just want to relax. And it gets to where not always the best choices are made. I'm sure a lot of us are like that. Just let me sit down. Let me have a beer. Let me do whatever it is that pacifies each of us individually. But those are the things I've realized they drag me back down. And then got to get up and start all over again. And it's just like a turbine that wants to start that can't start. And it's just this fluctuation. And it's like, if I could just make that change, then phew, fly like a rocket, you know, get moving on that path that is waiting. Because the more that we move forward in life, the more that the path appears to us. And then we get to a point where it's like, oh, that's true transformation. I can finally change from what I was that was holding me back. You know, the lack mindset or the everyone's out to get me or just the negative thoughts that just get in and then make us rethink our whole life. Everything we're choosing to do, everything we want to be, everything that it's like that wall that says you shall not pass. You have to stay where you're at. And it's, if you look in society, everything has to do with walls, borders, barriers. Very little has to do with boundaries because boundaries are what are healthy for us. You know, we don't block people out. Instead, we go, this is my stance on my life. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. You don't have to. You have the right to your own opinion. And you'll find that when people don't agree with you and they become combative, those are low vibing, toxic people that are used to getting what they want. And that's where you have to be like, boundaries up, pinkies up. I'm not going to toast to that because this whole world is made up of all kinds of energy, right? And you can go into good energy that feels all comfy, cozy, and you feel accepted. But then you can go into that lower vibing energy where that person can't pick themselves up, so then they want to tear you down. Because if they can tear you down, then they don't feel bad about who you are. It's like being in the dark and your flashlight's brighter than mine and I don't like it, switch me. No, but this is my flashlight. And when it's your own aura, when it's that sense of you that brings happiness to other people or things like that, that you know you're the sweetness in the world, we'll put it like that. Why would you want to switch something or take something that's sour and go, yeah, I'll be that. You charade and parade as me. Because in actuality, it's a lot of people can't accept who they are. They don't even recognize who they are. And that's, it's an illusion. They want you to give in to them. And the old me would have been 100% people pleaser. Okay, then let me give you what you want so you won't cry. It's like giving a baby a pacifier. But like I said, I woke up hearing out with the old, in with the new. So when I've gotten to this point, this is gonna sound selfish, it's all about me. Yes, that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm going to stay, because that is a term of endearment for yourself. That is the biggest love you can give yourself. I hadn't connected with a friend in like 2 years, and we were talking the other night, and she said, oh my God, you like reversed the aging process. And I had taken a picture of me with a face mask on, and she goes, look at you, and that self-love. And it is, you have to take moments, and just the physical aspect is not the only way you can love yourself. It's standing up for yourself. It's treating yourself like you wanted someone to treat you when you were a child. It's being your backup. Because I have found in this world, nobody's going to applaud for you when you're succeeding. No one's going to pick you up when you're down. On quite the contrary, they want to knock you down because they don't know how to stand up. I've tried to help people understand like the steps that have to be taken to say, I see myself, I respect myself, I love myself, because ultimately this is my world. Yes, we're all sharing it. We're all a part of the same fog, the Imaginarium. And you have to realize that you're going to meet you in certain faces. Like, everyone I've met, I'm like, oh, that's me in 50 years. Or, oh, that was me 20 years ago. Or, oh, that could be me next month. It's, I've always seen people, and everyone's like, you don't judge, you're not judgmental. And it's for the fact that either I've been there, I am there, or I'm going to be there. Why would I judge your circumstances and then think, oh, I'm better than that? Because I'm not here to compare my life with anyone else's. That's not going to get me anywhere. That's only going to get me to a level of where somebody else is at. I'm not here to be on everyone else's level. I'm here to meet myself in my higher form, to get to the point where I am meeting my soul's purpose to provide for the world what I was here to provide. There's not normally this much traffic out here, but for whatever reason today, there's noise. And it's, you have to get to that on your own level, to where you're going, you know what? Why compete if I don't compare? And why worry about people that are competing with me that can't compare? And even the other day, there was stuff going on, and I was like, oh my God. All I could think is they hate us because they ain't us. And that came off of that movie, The Interview. I loved that movie. And for a long time, I would use that as an understanding for myself. It was kind of, sorry, it was kind of a sounding board of woosah. Like, don't get mad, don't get mean. That's another song. Because there's no point in letting people affect you in a way that's going to alter each step of your day. Because remember, the energy that you're in when you leave the house, it can still change. If you're in a bad mood, then it's harder because you're going to enter into the world that's busy, chaotic, loud, and people aren't patient and they're cutting you off in the car. It's just different things that can keep building on that negative energy. But instead, if you leave the house with an optimistic mindset going, it's going to get better, and smile at people and be compassionate and try to be a little more understanding about what you don't know they're going through, then you're going to attract a totally different level of energy to you. So you ultimately have to choose, how do I want to seize the day? Do I want to keep fighting battles, or do I want to open up and trust that things are going to get better? Stay over here. Come on. Just like my little puppy, she going to be nosy. And that's another thing you have to be careful of, being nosy, because curiosity killed the cat. You know, when you can focus on your own life, then you get into this mindset of you're here to build for yourself. If you're focused on generational wealth and breaking generational curses, then you can actually see the light get brighter in your life instead of who can I compete with today? Because when it comes to competition, you're either going to win or lose. That's going to affect how you view yourself. But if you only compete with yourself, then you're going to find, I feel better. I leveled up. But don't forget, new levels bring new devils. So always at the point when you're about to level up is when you're going to get tested the most. When people are going to start picking at your brain and trying to pull you out of yourself to make you just blah. Because when you expend all that energy, you're actually feeding a vampire. Somebody that's looking for some sort of reaction, whether it's online, whether it's in person, whether it's just energetically, even in a mindset, because there's all kinds of ways that we attract other people to us. It's just, how do you handle it when you attract that? Because some things will build you up, some things will tear you down. Some things will build you up just to tear you down. And that's where you have to use the discernment that you're given to go, is this going to benefit me or is this going to hurt me? And that's the best way to protect yourself. If you can see the outcome going, I don't see any personal gain coming from this. If you can't find that, then more than likely you're going to find something that's going to drag you back down. So don't allow yourself to become duped, let's say, in the energetic game of life, because there's all kinds of people out there. And I can't even call them people. It's energies in meat suits that, what role do they play? Which team are they fighting for? Is it the one to pull you down or the one to lift you up? Really, it's going to take time to figure that out. And you have to use your own heart and your own mind and your own discernment to figure out who is for you. So don't let people question who you are to the point that now you question who you are. You've got to stand firm in knowing, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and I really don't care how you perceive me, because you have the right to your opinion. We all do. So I'm going to go get to work and enjoy this overcasted day, because for once it's not 100 degrees here. Sending everybody peace, love, and light. Bye.